Remember when stepping outside in the morning used to feel like flipping on a switch? The crisp air, the quiet hum of the neighborhood coming alive. Maybe a little sun warming your face as you grabbed the newspaper or watered the plants. Somehow, without even trying, your day felt more grounded. But lately, that spark doesn't always come as easily, does it? That gentle energy we used to get from fresh air and sunlight, especially as we move into our 60s and beyond, starts to matter more than ever. Not just for how we feel in the moment, but for how we age, how strong our bones stay, how sharp our minds stay, even how long our hearts keep beating with confidence. And the wild part? You don't have to climb mountains or commit to complicated routines to get it. Just a few small outdoor habits, done consistently, can quietly work behind the scenes to boost your vitamin D, protect your joints, lift your mood, and support your longevity in ways most people overlook. Let's start with one that's almost too simple to take seriously, but that's exactly why it works. Standing in the sun for 10-15 minutes, ideally before noon. I know, it sounds like a postcard moment, not a health intervention. But here's the deal. After 60, our skin becomes less efficient at converting sunlight into vitamin D. That means the same 5 minutes of sun that worked when you were 30 might not be cutting it now. So if your energy's lagging, your bones feel a little more brittle, or your immune system just isn't what it used to be, a little daily sunshine could be the quiet reset button your body's been waiting for. You don't need to sunbathe. You don't even need a yard. Just find a patch of light on a balcony, a park bench, or even near a sunny window that opens. Somewhere your skin can feel that natural warmth without sunscreen, hats, or heavy sleeves for a few short minutes. Then once that box is checked, you can layer on all the protection you need. It's not about tanning. It's about signaling your biology. Hey, wake up, recharge, rebuild. But maybe sunlight isn't always available where you live, or maybe cloudy days are more common than clear ones. That's okay too, because there's another habit that pairs beautifully with sunlight, or stands just fine on its own, and that's slow, mindful walking. Not speed walking, not checking your step count. I mean the kind of walk where you're actually present, where you look at the trees, feel the pavement under your feet, and let your shoulders drop an inch from where they've been tensed all day. Walking this way supports your bones, circulation, balance, and when done outside, it quietly encourages more consistent breathing, more light exposure, and more micro movements that keep joints lubricated and muscles awake. If you can pair your walk with your morning sun, beautiful. If not, just promise yourself this: today I'll step outside, even just for 5 minutes, on purpose. Not to go anywhere, just to reconnect. And when you do that, something starts to shift. You stop feeling like life is happening inside the house while you're stuck waiting around. You start remembering that you are, in fact, very much still a part of it. And once you've reconnected with that rhythm, just a few mindful minutes outside, you start to notice something else. Your body doesn't just feel more awake. Your mood shifts. Your thinking clears up. The day opens a little wider. That's because the benefits of being outside don't stop at sunlight or steps. One of the most underrated outdoor habits for anyone over 60 is simply breathing fresh air through your nose slowly and intentionally. We don't think of breathing as a habit. We just do it. But how we breathe affects everything from sleep quality to stress levels to how well our brain functions. And let's be honest, many of us spend more time indoors now than we used to. We breathe in reheated air, filtered air, stale air. But outside, even on a cloudy day, even in the city, outside air invites a kind of softness, a kind of grounding that we forget. We need until we finally take it in. Try this today. Step outside, sit or stand somewhere comfortable, and just close your eyes for a few seconds. Inhale through your nose for a count of 4. Hold for 2. Exhale through your mouth for 6. Let your shoulders relax. Let your belly move. Let the tension you didn't even know you were carrying start to drop breath by breath. Do that 2 or 3 times. That's it. It sounds small, But studies show that even a minute or two of this kind of breathing outdoors can lower your blood pressure, reduce stress hormones, and increase oxygen flow to your brain. All things that keep you sharper, steadier, and more vibrant. Now, if you want to amplify the impact even further, there's something simple you can combine with these habits. Gardening. And I don't mean turning your backyard into a farm unless you want to. I mean just tending to something. A pot of basil on the porch, a few tomatoes in a raised bed, even a tiny flower box outside the kitchen window. Why? Because gardening naturally pulls you into sunlight and movement. It puts your hands in contact with soil, something researchers are beginning to understand has surprising mood-boosting effects. It gives you a rhythm, a purpose, a reason to step outside every day and check on something living, something growing. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Plants die, leaves droop. That's not failure. It's part of the cycle. And in tending to that cycle, you reconnect with something deeper. That your body, like a garden, needs care, needs variety, needs light, air, movement, and rest. And when we give it those things, even in small amounts, we age less like machines wearing out, and more like trees growing stronger rings. So if you're someone who used to love plants but lost the energy to keep up, start again small. If you've never grown anything before, try a single herb or flower. The joy is in the tending, not the result. And every one of these moments outside, stepping into sunlight, walking slowly, breathing deeply, watering a plant, they stack, quietly, day after day. And soon you're not just filling your lungs or getting your vitamin D, you're filling your life with motion, connection, presence, and from there, it becomes easier to build the next habit. A simple one, but powerful when done right. One of the quietest transformations happens when you simply decide to greet the morning outdoors. It doesn't have to be dramatic. You don't need to go for a power walk at sunrise or stand barefoot in the grass chanting affirmations, unless you want to. I'm talking about stepping outside for just a few minutes early in the day and letting the morning light land on your skin. There's something about the light in those first hours after sunrise that speaks to your biology in ways nothing else can. It resets your internal clock. It nudges your brain into producing serotonin, that calming, feel-good chemical that sets the tone for your mood and sleep. It helps balance your hormones, regulate your digestion, and yes, triggers the production of vitamin D in your skin. And yet, so many of us spend our first hour of the day inside, surrounded by artificial light, scrolling through our phones or watching the news with the blinds still closed. It's an easy trap to fall into, especially in retirement, when there's no office to rush to or commute waiting. But here's a gentle challenge. Tomorrow morning, before you pour your coffee or check your emails, take your cup outside, or open a window wide and stand there for a few minutes with your face turned to the sky. You don't have to do anything. You don't even have to feel anything. Just let the light find you. That one small act, a few minutes in natural light before 10 a.m., can change your entire rhythm. It's like telling your body, wake up. This day matters. And once that habit becomes part of your morning, the door opens to another one that might sound playful at first but actually holds serious power. Outdoor movement with purpose, not exercise. Movement. Gentle, enjoyable, purposeful movement. Maybe that's walking to the store instead of driving. Maybe it's raking leaves, sweeping your porch, or washing your windows while humming to the radio. Maybe it's walking your dog, not just to the curb and back, but around the block, letting them sniff every tree while you breathe and move. These micro-movements keep your joints supple. They wake up your circulation, and when done outdoors, they double your benefit, because you're getting movement and vitamin D at the same time. What I love most is how doable this is. You don't need gym clothes or sneakers with special arch support. You don't need a personal trainer or a fitness plan. You just need to look for the little chances throughout your day to move outside and take them. Take the long way to the mailbox. Walk your recycling to the bin one item at a time. Offer to walk with a neighbor instead of talking over the fence. Every step counts. Every ray of sun counts. Every breath of fresh air counts. And as these habits gently take root, you'll start to notice something surprising. The days feel richer. The evenings feel calmer. You sleep better. You laugh more. You feel more like you, a version of you that still craves joy, still enjoys movement, still wakes up with curiosity. And that brings us to something even deeper, a habit that invites all of these others to flourish. There's a kind of magic that happens when you bring your daily rituals outside. Think about the small things you already do: reading, sipping tea, chatting with a friend. What happens when you take them into the sun, even just for a few minutes? A day. It's like life gets infused with a little more light, a little more meaning, a little more you. Now I want to talk about a habit that's quietly powerful, yet so often overlooked. And that's creating an outdoor anchor, a little place, a little setup that invites you outside without effort. Not everyone has a garden, a big patio, or a balcony, but almost everyone has some kind of outdoor space they can claim. Maybe it's a chair by the front door, a step with a small cushion, even a folding chair by an open window where the breeze comes in. When you set up a space that says, "This is my place to pause and feel the sun," you're far more likely to use it. And when that happens regularly, something shifts inside. The outdoors stops feeling like something distant or special. It starts to feel like home. It's where your breathing slows, your mind calms, and scientifically speaking, where your body soaks in light that converts into vitamin D, a key nutrient that protects your bones, immune system, and mood. And that's the real point here. Vitamin D isn't just a number on a blood test. It's energy. It's resilience. It's the strength behind every step you take and the glow behind every good night's sleep. But the benefits of your outdoor anchor don't stop there. It also becomes a place for reflection, for gratitude, for being still. I know that sounds simple, maybe even too simple. But pause for a moment and ask yourself, how often do I truly let myself be in nature without distraction? Try it. Tomorrow, sit in your outdoor spot for just 5 minutes. No phone, no list, just the sound of the wind, the warmth of the light, and the quiet thought, I'm here, I'm still growing. That's what longevity is really made of. Not just years added to life, but life added to years. And as this ritual takes hold, it naturally makes space for one more habit, one that blends movement, connection, and vitality in the most enjoyable way of all. Let's wrap up with something that often goes underestimated, but makes all the difference. It's walking, but not in the way most people think of it. Not as a chore, not as part of a daily step count, but as a joyful, gentle form of connection. Because when we step outside and move our bodies, even if it's just around the block to the mailbox or slowly through a nearby park, we're doing something remarkable. We're telling the body, I still want to be here, I still want to move forward. There's something deeply symbolic about it too. Walking is motion, progress. A quiet kind of momentum that says, today matters, and when we do it outside, even better. That little dose of sun helps our skin produce vitamin D, yes, but the fresh air clears the mind, eases stress, and resets our internal rhythm. If you're someone who prefers walking with a friend, even better. Studies show that people who combine gentle physical activity with social interaction live longer and happier lives. They stay sharper, sleep better, worry less. But don't underestimate the power of a solo walk either. Those quiet steps can become a meditation, a moment to sort through thoughts, or to let go of them entirely. And if walking isn't as easy as it used to be, don't worry. You don't have to go fast or far. It could be a slow stroll with your dog, a few laps in the garden, or pacing gently back and forth on your porch as you listen to the birds. What matters is intention, choosing to show up for your body, choosing to let light touch your skin, choosing to be present, just for today. Because here's the truth. We spend so much of our lives looking for big solutions, big changes, big results. But often it's the small habits, repeated daily, that shape the quality of our years. A few minutes in the morning light, A step outside with your coffee mug, planting your hands in the dirt, setting up a chair that says, "This is my place," and choosing to walk simply because you can. These are the choices that whisper, "I'm still here. I'm still living." So today, I invite you to try just one, whichever speaks to you most. Then tomorrow, maybe another. Over time, these outdoor rituals will become second nature, and with them, a deeper sense of strength, peace, and energy, carried with you into every season that follows. If this message sparked something in you today, I'd love to hear about it. Share a habit you're trying or a small way nature lifts your spirit in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe. We've got so many more powerful, gentle tips to help you live boldly, with joy and purpose, after 60. Until next time, step outside. Let the sun meet your skin. And remember, your best days aren't behind you, they're waiting to be made.